Good morning. I'm calling to order this special meeting of the Santa Barbara Unified School District Board on March 12th, 2020. And so we're here to take up some items in closed session. But before we do that, we certainly would welcome public comment on that agenda item. So you're welcome to, I'll turn it over to Dr. Reed.
Good morning. So we have 4 public comments, and what we do normally is give 30 seconds, 3 minutes with a 30-second warning, and then and I'll say 30 seconds, and then I say thank you at the end, and that's when you would complete your comments. So we'll start with Michael, and is it you? It says Avila? Bob Stockard. I'm sorry, David Brunard. We're talking about Michael here. Okay. David Bronard, Bob Stockard, Nikki Ayers, and Phil Unander. Thank you. Well, in that order, please. Thank you.
And just to clarify, as protocol, we don't give responses to your comments, but we will certainly listen to you and take them under consideration. But thank you.
Thank you. My name is David Brainerd, and I'm a retired automotive teacher from Santa Barbara City College. And I've taught at Santa Barbara High and Dos Public High Schools for 15 years previously. And while I've not evaluated Michael Ayala's teaching, I've known him for years and have visited San Marcos Auto Shop program many times. And from personal reflection of my own past, I know the obstacles a new teacher faces when starting out. I also know the condition of the shop he was given. It was packed with junked cars and non-working equipment and tons of clutter. He dedicated himself to organize the shop, and he put the time necessary to rebuild the program. And it seems unjust to decide to terminate his position based on a few short interactions. If there were areas that he needed to improve on, was he given enough time and support? I don't believe so. I am positive that Michael will become a great teacher, but as anyone who's ever taught knows, it's a steep learning curve. I know he's qualified and I know he's dedicated. Closing the last automotive high school program, I have no doubt that if Michael left the program that it would close. In our area, that'd be a tragedy. So, especially so when you have someone qualified and dedicated to teach it. The automotive program has helped many young students over the years find their niche in life and helped our community. San Marcos's program should not close. Please reconsider hiring Michael for the next school year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker.
Good morning. My name is Bob Stockaro, and I pretty much came unprepared with short notice, but I'm here to reiterate what everyone else is going to talk about as far as Michael Ayala and the program at San Marcos High School. As you know, the programs in Santa Barbara area have all closed. Santa Barbara, DP, and Carpinteria High, at one time, they had a program as well. And I feel really strongly that automotive program is necessary. Not everybody's going to go to college. I took auto shop in high school, and that's all I cared about. My dad was an engineer. He wanted me to go into that field. I just didn't want to do it. And I pursued automotive as a result, and I've had a full and happy career. 31 years I worked at Santa Barbara City College, and prior to that I worked as a technician in the area for 10 years, working at local dealerships. I think very strongly that you should really reconsider the program at San Marcos High School, because that's our last effort. And like Dave said, Michael Ayala is a great asset to the program, and you guys need to reconsider and give him a chance. I think that you'll see that he had a good evaluation just a couple of months ago, and what happened at the school to all of a sudden flip that around and say he's doing a rotten job and he can't keep it. Just doesn't seem correct. It doesn't seem fair to him, and I'm here to support Michael. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Nikki Years. I submitted a letter to all of you last night, and I don't know if it's necessary that I read it to you. Is that necessary, or did you read it? I guess I'll read it. I'm a local automotive repair shop owner in Santa Barbara for the past 43 years. I employ 15 of those, I employ 15 of those currently. 5 have attended the automotive program at one time or another at San Marcos High School. The youngest of those attended during Russ Granger's tenure, and he interned with me through Partners in Education, received his associate's degree from Santa Barbara City College, and is now fully employed and making well over $65,000 per year. And he is only 24 years old. Not too bad for an automotive technician. I tell you this to let you know and remind you an automotive technician is not a lowly job anymore. I have several technicians making well over $100,000 per year as master technicians. Yes, they work hard 5 days a week, but they have honed their craft and have great skill sets learned starting at high school. The automotive technology programs need to start well before high school, in my opinion. Michael Ayala is a prime example of an automotive technologies instructor who's honed his craft and is dedicated to teaching students a skill. Last year at our association scholarship night in April of 2019, the interim principal, Mr. Runling, attended and spoke very highly of Mr. Ayala's program. He spoke about his dedication to his students and how he encouraged and challenged them to learn not only in the classroom, but when they left the classroom to try things on their own cars. Isn't that what automotive technology instructors are supposed to do? Encourage a student to think and grow in their thought pattern. Who cares if the student ends up as a technician? He is causing them to think and try something new. On January 30th, 2019, Alex Sheldon, assistant principal, gave Mr. Ayala a classroom teacher formal evaluation with an overall category rating of meets exceeds standards. This was his first review since starting as a teacher at San Marcos High School. He was commended for many things, his knowledge of the subject, and recommended he work on skills of asking better
30 seconds.
higher level questions with students. On October 10th of 2019, assistant principal emailed Mr. Ayala regarding a walkthrough. I gave you that email. Then, all of a sudden, Dr. Glader started a 3-month disciplinary action against Mr. Ayala, which you have. When he was sent a letter from the district, his contract was not going to be renewed. On 2/27/20, he was told that he had 2 choices.
Thank you.
He could resign or be fired. So I would like to see if you could reconsider his firing, because he's a great teacher, really. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our last speaker, please. Yes. Phil?
Gotta be the last one left. I feel like a defense attorney in a murder trial. My name is Phil Unander. I own a business in Goleta that's associated with the auto repair industry, and I'm also the president of the Santa Barbara chapter of Independent Automotive Professional Association, which is a group of about 50 members. They're all involved in the automotive industry. Our organization awards scholarships to all of the high school, or the one high school program and city college automotive classes. Today, as we all are here, I'm speaking on behalf of Michael Ayala, and you have all read the tons of emails going back and forth, flying back and forth between many of us and you. So we don't need to rehash all that, in my opinion. You've heard it all, you've read it all, and I think everybody's involved in that. I think personally Mike Ayala is a good potential, and I was told, well, we can't judge on potential. Your job is to judge with narrow parameters. The rule is this, and it's black and white. And the 40 years I've been in this business, I've worked with every auto shop teacher from Santa Barbara, Dos Pueblos, and San Marcos, and I've known a whole bunch of them. There have been some good ones, some bad ones, some marginal ones, And I think Michael has the potential to be one of the better ones, just because he's committed, he loves his craft, he loves his students, and I think he's got a wrong deal. I get that Principal Glazer is trying to raise the level of this, and that makes total sense to me, and I think that's an incredibly good thing for our school system. But I think somewhere in the middle, somebody lost something. He got a good review, and then he got a bad review, and because of the bad review, he's out. And I just don't think he's been given the chance nor the tools that he should have been given. So the way that I look at this kind of thing, and I think that we do, is that your job is to be objective. Here's the rule, here's the parameters. It's a DUI. You're driving drunk, zero tolerance, and I get that. But this isn't a DUI. Okay, this is a whole program, and it's a program, and it's an instructor, and he has so much to give in the future that I think it's time to be a little bit subjective. And John Becchio is doing his job, and this is the parameter. This is what you're supposed to do. But outside the parameter, add some subjectivity to it. It's that DUI thing. Be subjective and look at it and put yourself in Michael Ayala's spot. And how would you feel if you were dealt that hand of cards and when you hadn't got that? So anyway, I don't think I can beat it any more than that, or beat the drum any more than that. I think we're all in support of Ayala, and we hope that the board would find it within themselves to look at this. That's it. That's all I got.
Thank you. Thank you all for coming here this morning and sharing with us your public comments.
Yes, thank you so much, especially given the hour. I really appreciate it. We're going to now move into closed session to take up item B1, and we'll come back to report out the results. Thank you very much. Calling us back into order for a regular session. We will open this meeting, item C1. I guess we do the Pledge of Allegiance as well. It says on here. Please rise.
Can I lead?
Yes, you may.
Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We can skip over item 3 because there's no one here. Spanish interpretation, headsets, etc. So now let's move to item D1, our only action item for this special meeting, which is the approval of human resources recommendations. We've already had that introduction, so I think a motion is in order.
So moved. I make a motion to approve the HR recommendations.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Thanks, everybody. We are now moving to item E, which is our next board meeting, Tuesday, March 17th, 2020 at 6:30 at La Cumbre Junior High. Thank you.